Okay, alright. I've tried doing this video like 4 times now. I've tried giving commentary. I've even tried writing a script. It's just not working. So, this is my goal for this video. I'm not going to bitch about Raider at all. That's going to be really difficult for me. You guys just genuinely don't even understand how hard that's going to be for me. But I'm not going to talk about Raider. I'm just going to talk about the actual game itself for right now. What's wrong with For Honor currently? Other than the characters, I'm going to push the characters to the side for a moment, and I'm going to be realistic. 1. Parries are fucked up. Everyone knows it. Everyone and their mother is completely aware that parries are fucked up. If you don't think parries are fucked up, you're wrong. It's universally known right now. I'm sorry. That's how it is. I get it. You might not have trouble parrying something, but parries are fucked currently. It is possible to parry. It genuinely is possible to parry. I've done it, you've done it, your mom's done it, everyone's done it. It's okay. We get it. We understand. But parries are goobered for right now, and no one really knows why. There's a couple problems here that stick with this. If parries are fucked up after 3 years, and they're also fucked up on multiple levels, then this is going to become a very big problem very quickly, and it's already snowballed into a lot of people that even I know are just straight up putting down the game until they decide to fix things. And let's go ahead and start off with the actual parries themselves. The main thing that I've noticed is that it takes a lot of precision and prediction to parry something that is a follow-up attack currently. And I'm not really sure why. When it comes to characters like Warlord, anyone with a 500 millisecond light attack that's your secondary light, it's extremely difficult to parry. I'm having issues parrying Kensei side lights that are follow-up at this point, just because of this change. And I don't know what's going on with it. Now, my hypothesis, I guess you would say, is that instead of when they change the guard switch delay around, I think it's like 100 milliseconds or even 0. I'm not really sure. I think once they change that and all that shit, I think they fucked something up. Because instead of going for a parry animation whenever you try to parry something now, I've noticed it goes into swinging a heavy animation. This is really noticeable in characters like Warlord whenever you try to go for a parry. And this is kind of bad. This is really bad, actually, not even kind of. With these parry changes going right here, it basically makes it to where combos and characters like Orochi are extremely intimidating. And normally I'm the last one to ever be scared of an Orochi or even a character like Tiandi, because if they hit me with that initial light, I know that they have another one coming that I can just parry with no issues. And that's a problem. After 3 years, you can't change something this game-breaking and expect your audience to adapt to it and not even address it. And from what I've seen, they have addressed it, I believe, or at least that's what I've been told. But regardless of that, I'm not going to complain about Raider and how broken Raider is, like I said earlier in the video, but there's something else that's wrong with parries as well, and that's the noise. Now, this is extremely important for someone who's blind like me. I'm not entirely blind, I'm about half blind. But I can most of the time make out the indicators in this game, and I can also make out genuine sounds. And that's sort of how I fight. That's why I've been able to play matches blindfolded with next to no issue. I'm able to tell where my opponents are, what attacks they're throwing, and even sometimes what direction they're throwing their attack from. If they're playing a predictable character like Raider, you know, you can always tell which direction Raider's zone is coming from. Things of that nature are very important to me. And now that we don't have the light parry noise, that's a big issue. I'm not sure where they decided to throw that. They just came out of nowhere with this patch with Hitakiri. And with these reworks, there's still a couple of issues as well. I'm going to talk about Lawbringer for just a moment, and I hope no one gets offended at this. But Lawbringer's kite strat is still extremely powerful, and that's a major problem as well. They anticipated that this would be fixed by simply changing the top light unlock into a side light unlock. The side light was originally intended to have 500 millisecond animations, but instead, they still kept the 300 millisecond top light for some reason, which is a problem. Now, the actual attack locked on is not 300 milliseconds, but the attack while unlocked is 300. That's an issue. Why did they keep that? I don't know. But they also made Raider's Stunning Tap 400 MS whenever they said 500. And it's kind of becoming a problem in the fact that they're not telling us things. They're just pushing this shit out and not telling us anymore. And that's becoming a major, major, major issue. They addressed all of this stuff in the patch notes. They addressed everything that would change in their patch notes. And some of it was changed, some of it wasn't changed. Some of it was changed last minute. They need to start telling us. They need to have way better communication. These weekly Warriors Den are not cutting it. And the main reason they're not cutting it is because they're not fucking telling us the truth. Why would I go into a match believing that Raider's Stunning Tap is 500 MS and get hit by a 400 MS unless I was lied to? Why would I get unlocked teched by a Lawbringer who I would expect to throw an unlocked side light instead of an unlocked top light at 300 MS when I'm expecting a side light at 500? Why would I expect this shit? Because I was lied to. We all were, at some point or another, by this. And now, I'm not super upset about this, like I'm leading my voice on to believe. It's okay that this happens. It's okay that changes are made. I'm okay with this. But communicate with them with us. Communicate the changes that are being made to the game. Communicate with your audience. Communicate with the very few people who still love and support this game. And I do still love it. It's the only game like it out there, and that's such a major issue. Why on earth would we keep playing this game if they're going to continue doing stuff like this? We wouldn't. That's the problem. How can you release 2 reworks, lie about them, and then just continue on about your day like nothing happened? There's a problem. There's so much more that I want to say in this video, and I don't want to sound like I'm just going on an ugly-ass bitch rant because I hit my period. I want to sound reasonable here, but there's no real way to do that anymore. We've tried that. We've tried talking to them. We've tried being normal with them. But it just keeps happening. This isn't the first season that's had this happen, and it definitely won't be the last regarding brokenness and stupid shit. But hopefully, things get fixed up. Hopefully, things begin to make a little bit more sense. And hopefully this Warriors Den, they'll talk about it and address it all. And if they do, that'll be awesome. More power to them. I definitely think that there's so much more that could happen with this game. I honestly think that this game has the potential to last as long as Rainbow Six Siege has. And even longer if it's careful with its choices. But the weekly Warriors Dens can't continue on the way they are, behaving this way. If they do, it's just not going to work. I love this game. I love making content on this game. I love picking a different character every couple of weeks now, just because I know that each character has its own individuality. And it's really fun for me. But how can we continue to do that when we don't know the things we're being pitted up against? How can we continue to make content when they don't tell us what's going on? There are a lot of people saying that the 400 millisecond stunning tap as well as the unlock tech were intentional. And okay, like I said, that's fine, but they need to relay that to us. They need to communicate. They need to talk to us more. And the Warriors Den, as I said, isn't cutting it. And I don't want to repeat myself and just keep continuing to be redundant, but that's really all I can say at this point. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? If you had to comment anything in the Warriors Den and they were forced to acknowledge it, what would you say? Would you say, start telling us shit? Would you say, you know, fix the fucking game? Would you say, stop letting us deal with your broken shit and not even having a public test server? What would you guys say? I'm genuinely curious about that. And I promise I'll be going through all the comments on this video. So, I do love you guys, as always. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to give it a like, comment, subscribe. And it's been good talking to you guys and just blowing off some steam, I guess. So, as always, I'll catch you guys next one. Peace. Love you.